Thank you.
Thank you, Laska Hirlock, and it's lovely to see you in the chair today. Minister, thank you very much for joining me here today and hopefully providing a pathway to dealing with this very serious issue. The Minister in charge absence is noted. I have two questions this morning on the commencement matters. What actions is our government taking to deal with the high levels of radon gas, which affect more than 500,000 homes? And if the Minister is intending to provide any assistance towards grants for testing of radon gas. Last week I spoke in the Seanad and I spoke about radon, a radioactive gas linked to 300 lung cancer cases each year. I spoke about the lethal gas, which is the second largest cause of lung cancer in this country. I spoke about it creating 14% of lung cancer cases which present in our hospitals each year. I also spoke about the fact that 1/3 of this country is classified as a high radon area by the EPA. What I did not speak about is that we have a particular geology in Ireland that emits this radioactive gas from igneous rocks. Therefore, radon is trapped by our homes at a higher rate than in other countries. We have 500,000 homes at risk. I was shocked to read in an Irish Times article that a household in Sligo was exposed to radiation levels equivalent to having 15 chest x-rays every day because of radon gas in the ground beneath their homes. This dose was 22 times higher than the level regarded as acceptable and left the couple off the Sligo property at increased risk of lung cancer. That article is a year old, and what has been done about the matter? This gas is odourless, colourless, tasteless, and it seeps through the soil and enters buildings through small cracks, holes or imperfections that may exist in the floor areas or gaps around pipes or cables. There is nothing a household can do about this. There is nothing an employer can do about this. There is nothing a family in Sligo could have done about this, but there is something that the government can do about this. Radon can be tested in homes with a testing kit worth €50. If radon is found above certain levels, it's recommended that the home undergo radon remediation works. If an employer finds radon levels which are too high, they are required under the Safety, Health and Welfare at Work Act 2005 to undergo radon remediation works, so to control and eliminate the risks. Such works may include the installation of a fan-assisted sump. These fans can reduce radon for up to 90% and cost €1,500. €50 and €1,500 may sound like a small sum for such important prevention measures, but to homeowners, businesses and employers across the nation who are already stretched with the COVID-19 pandemic, this is no small sum. The only solution here is government support. Lung cancer is the 5th most common cancer in the Republic. To eliminate 300 radon-induced lung cancer incidents, this cost is significantly less than $100,000 per case. In the interest of our citizens and taxpayers as human beings, I urge the government to provide grants to support the cost of prevention measures. Aside from the grants, which I am urging the Minister to consider providing, is the Minister taking any action regarding the risks radon poses to the citizens of Ireland? In 2014, there was a joint position statement issued by the Radiology Protection Institute of Ireland and the Health HSE on radon gas and its dangers. But how many Irish people know of the dangers? How many Irish people understand the risk? And how many Irish people know how to protect themselves from the risk? I dare say very few, Minister. I dare say they have been left in the dark about this unusual high exposure to the deadly gas. I dare say they would be shocked if more people knew of the risks. It is a gross injustice that no national awareness campaign by the Department of the Environment was commissioned. So, Minister, I'm bringing this forward because the people of Ireland need to be aware of the risk, aware of the danger and aware of the cost in response. You need to be ready and to help and ready to inform and ready to act. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Senator Keogan, for raising this. And I have to say, it's an issue I'd be very concerned about myself. We hear a lot of scaremongering on, say, when new technologies or particular projects being built, oh, there may be a health risk, and it's always debatable. In this case, it's not debatable. It's very, very clear. There's a very clear health risk from radon. As the Senator has mentioned, and I think it's something that we really all need to become more aware of. It's there and can be, as you say, can be dealt with. So the government has a national radon control strategy. It was published in 2014. This recommended a broad range of measures to reduce the risk of radon to people from radon to people living in Ireland. The Department of Environment chairs, and I apologise for the Minister not being available to be here this morning, chairs the NRCS steering group charged with implementing the strategy. That brings together departments and agencies to deal with the issue. The first phase of the strategy had tangible outcomes, including the provision of extensive information and the inclusion of a radon testing question on the conveyancing process for house sales, which is very significant and will add to general public awareness, apart from being a practically important measure. Phase 2 of the strategy was published in 2019, along with a document on knowledge gaps, indicating areas that benefit from further research. Phase 2 has 33 actions to be implemented over 5 years, and there are 20 topics in that strategy to be addressed over 5 years. Supporting households financially is actually a key priority of the second phase of the strategy. There's also the issue of behavioural research as well, and the ESRI is carrying out significant work in that area. And once that work is done, the Government will give careful consideration to designing an appropriate radon financial support scheme for householders. Another priority of the second phase of the strategy is translating awareness into action. And while, again, it's the point, and this applies to government and to the public as well, but awareness about radon does not always translate into action, and it's important that we do that, because we do know, and we're always willing to take action as a populace when new perceived health threats come into our area. But this is a long-standing health threat that I think we need to maybe do more on, and I think as a populace, and be more aware of, but also in terms of government supports, which I say are now being put into action as part of this strategy. There are some other initiatives. For example, the EPA has a pilot programme in Wexford to make digital radon monitors available to library members in Wexford for up to a month. The results of this project are being reviewed, and hopefully this will lead to more wide-scale availability of tests. There's also a research study being undertaken in conjunction with the NUIG on the use of passive sumps. This technology adapts the standby sump currently installed in all new build homes, and has shown encouraging results in field tests in Wexford. When the results of this project are available, it will be considered for what recommendations will follow. In addition, the radon map has been updated as well, and there's a significantly enhanced version of that map on the way. So I'd like to thank Senator Keogan for raising this again.
Thank you, Minister. And I'm not going to sort of give out to you today, because really very little has been done since 2014, and that is the reality of it. And in fact, the Government is targeting the retrofitting of 5,000 homes. And speaking of your NUI study there, that was carried out by NUI Galway by Dr. James McGrath and Dr. Miriam Bourne, they basically said that if the proper ventilation isn't put in as part of the retrofitting of the homes, that people could end up having more than double of the radiation in their homes as a result of the retrofitting process that's going to take place. So really, this is a really, really serious issue. Retrofitting homes may not be the answer, and will not deal with the radon. So unless you deal with the ventilation and the radon in homes, retrofitting 500,000 homes by 2030 is not going to fix this problem. So the only way forward is to roll out what they have in Wexford with regard to making that monitor available for people to actually check their homes, and then giving them a grant for the sumps if they feel that they're over the 20% level. Thank you.
Look, thanks very much to Senator Keogan for raising this, Cathaoirleach. And look, there is information there. There are things going on, and I think I will definitely bring your concerns to the attention of the Minister. Progress on the implementation of the radon strategy is reported to Government regularly, and I think that this discussion is very, very useful, and I certainly have a strong interest in it myself as well. So I'll certainly be bringing your concerns back to Government, and looking forward to further actions that will come from this strategy.